Isengard takes on the entirety of Middle-earth in today's Dawnless Days siege battle as the White Hand Stormers here escort sappers desperately to the walls to blow open a breach and to open the gates of this great city to Saruman's legions. What's up, guys, and welcome back. We're here with another Dawnless Days siege view here today, and I'm looking forward to seeing this one, and especially starting off with a bit of a bang here, hopefully from the sappers, as they look to try and blow a hole in this wall. It'd be interesting to see whether this works, because this is a vanilla Attila map. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether actually the sappers go off. Looks like they are going to escort them back. Maybe the stormers getting closer again. They need to be careful. Yeah, and there you go. Yeah, a volley going off. The sappers are going to get protected here. And they're going to try and open a hole in the wall. The Black Root Vale Archers desperately trying to take them out. This could be a bit of a mistake here. But yeah, we have 4 Isengard armies on the attack here today. Not 1, not 2, but 3. Sorry, not 3 either, but 4. An insane number of Uruk Hai in today's siege. And yeah, we have 11,700 attackers against 7,300 defenders in this one. I'm lingering around waiting to see whether this is going to work. There you go. It has gone off. A couple of the stormers died, but that's definitely worth it. That opened a big old breach in. And actually the sappers didn't use all their ammo either. That is weirdly broken. Are they going to try and do it again? They might do here, actually. Trying to open multiple breaches. We do have the Wooden Realm ready to go. Looks like, yeah, the sappers are going to give it another go here. They're going to really try and blow up this. They might try and blow up this bit here with the Black Root Vale Archers. Is he going to stay here, or is he going to... no, he is. He's going to shoot the sappers. That's the wise thing to do. And if anything, I think that's just for having a weird glitch where they didn't use all their ammo there. Yes, on the defense here today, we do have Gondor, we have the Wooden Realm, we have Dale over on the other side over here. And he's already actually fighting on the wall, as you can see here, against the Berserkers with his shipment. And then the final faction that we have on the defense is Lothlorien, who's also, it looks like, starting to fight off with the Uruk Hai over here. And they've got PTSD from Helm's Deep and, you know, fighting Uruk Hai on walls. It's not a good mix. I mean, there's literally one lone elf here. On his own for some reason. What's he doing? I'm not quite sure, but they're now in a bit of engagement. There you go. Prove the Lady Galadriel that you are a worthy warrior of Lothlorien. But yeah, it looks like they're going to come down the wall. We've got Berserkers coming down straight into pole arms as well. Not that wise of a move, I won't lie. And yet there's Galadrim Spear Warriors immediately winning that combat there. As you can see, they get some shish kebab Berserkers for breakfast. If elves were to eat Uruk flesh, that is. I'm sure these Uruks are certainly after some tasty man flesh and also some elven flesh as well in today's 4v4. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one goes down. I've been told there's a lot of good plays from both sides in this one. So yeah, should be a pretty competitive match. So definitely get yourselves some snacks, some drinks, sit back, relax, enjoy this Friday evening with the weekend ahead of us. And a bit of Lord of the Rings shenanigans as well. It should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Berserkers on the walls over here, and they are taking heads. I can actually see heads flying as they behead these Dalian and Lothlorien troops. I mean, I presume it's them getting beheaded, doing the beheading and not getting beheaded themselves. Could be the other way around. It is possible. Yeah, shipment here battling away. Berserkers, this is literally straight out of like Helm's Deep. Oh, ripping pieces out of shipment there. Yeah, it's just literally out of like the Helm's Deep scenes. And we've got White Hand Storms on the wall here, taking on the shipmen. And I don't think shipmen these days have Javies. They've got rid of them again. It seems to be every update, it seems to be either shipmen have them or they don't have them. We've got Ravanian Rangers here, they're shooting as well into the White Hand Storms below. It looks like a lot of... I think these are all just Orc Rabble have just been cut down. Yeah, Orc Rabble, or Mortal Rabble they're called, pushing forward rams and things like that. So yeah, it's kind of the right use of them. Ravanian Rangers stuck on this wall here. This could be a problem. I mean, they're not quite. You can definitely just pull through his own Violent Guard and probably get out of it. But it was very close to being stuck, that's for sure. Yeah, battle of 2 elites here. Violent Guards versus White Hand Stormers. Stormers with their big siege shields and block as many missiles as possible. They're heavily armored equipment as well, ready to go into action. Yes, if you want to see more Dawnless Days on the channel, If you're a fan of all things Lord of the Rings and Total War, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment show support. It really does help out the channel as we work towards 13k subs. We're super close now, so if you want to help out the channel and help us hit that milestone, then feel free to hit that red subscribe button. And if you've got any glorious Dawnless Days replays or any Total War replays, do send them into my Discord as well. Without your replays that you guys send in, the channel has no chance of survival. I mean, that's not true. That's not true. I guess I could do campaigns for days. But yeah, you guys really help keep the channel going with all your replays that you send in. And it is very much appreciated. I try and say it in as many videos as possible. Because yeah, you guys, with all your support, whether it's sending in replays, commenting, leaving a like, it is deeply appreciated. As these berserkers here start dying during my appreciation spiel. And we've got, again, a similar situation to what we saw earlier with the berserkers. It's a little bit better. White Hand Stormers probably can have some decent melee defense, and they can actually take this charge. But charging into polearms, not really the wisest of ideas. When the guy sending the replay said, there's a lot of good plays. Charging into polearms is not one I'd put down as a good play, that's for sure. Breach point over here is still kind of being contested. They're trying to side charge the White Hand Stormers here. Words are hard, that is for sure. Yeah, Forest Spears holding the line. They're reasonable. They're not going to hold forever. Wooden Realms units are pretty good, even their tier 2 units. Against these tier 4 swords, they'll be just fine. For a little while. They are elves. Like elves, just like anything that's tier 2 really should be like tier 3. And tier 1 and tier 3, etc., etc. Put it up with it. And like, yeah, I guess tier 4 would be tier 5 units. They are that good. Wooden Realm is a really solid faction. Got a lot of lower tier units here holding the front lines. But the Sappers' lives have been sacrificed. I think I was trying to put sacrifice and Sappers together. I don't know. So they've got to make good use of this breach point by Isengard. Looks like their bow rabble over here, the mortal bow rabble's taking a lot of hits, but that is kind of good use of the unit in a sense, because they are wasting their ammo on literal cheap units. These guys cost 300 gold. It's really not worth shooting them, but you need to shoot them because they're bows. Again over here, looks like we've got mortal rabble. They're engaging against Gondorian swords. I mean, they're allowing these Gondorians to get some big numbers and farm some big kills there. But again, just containing much more elite units while Isengard makes his push elsewhere. Yeah, these Gondorians just get some easy kills here. There's more of them on the wall. I think they're trying to set up their bows and get some side shots. Try and kill some of these Gondorian sword infantry. It's not a bad idea. It's a costly well, not really a costly sacrifice. It is all rabble at the end of the day. It's a sacrifice. We'll say that. There's not really much more to say than that. Polearms are losing it. Late-time guards are losing in melee against the White Hand Stormers. Kind of surprised by that. Watchpost sentries in here as well. Now to try and help hold the line. Spears and polearms uniting. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that the polearms are losing. Especially since Isengard sent none of his own forward. Well, he's not got polearms, it's Pike's forward.
Broken and not fleeing.
Let's have a look and see whether Isengard's got any... Like, he has brought pikes, at least one of them has. We've got wargs as well being brought. Interesting. I was looking to see whether any of the Isengard players will have brought grenadiers. There's more pikes over here hidden in that forest that I think we're not meant to see them. No one brought grenadiers, interestingly enough. Instead of, I guess they would count as like a range unit, like part of your range cap. I would have brought them though. I think they're absolutely amazing. And with 4 Isengards, definitely worth bringing. I have seen a big sort of slant towards bows, though, for Isengard here. Like we've seen the Uruk Hai bows and the mortal bow rabble here. So yeah, no one really trusting in the iconic crossbow. I mean, there are some over here. We've got some armor-piercing crossbows, but yeah, nothing too fancy, that's for sure. Seems like this Isengard player here, if this is all one player or just part of one player, he seems to have thrown everything in. He's got no bows here, though, to support his assault. If he did, I think this would be much easier. I mean, he's winning. It's taken a lot of effort, though. A lot of effort. These watchbow sentries are slowly dying. Horns of Lothlorien are calling, though. Watchbow sentries and the it's not even watchbow sentries, it's spear militia. Even lesser units. We've got Twilight Guard coming forward. Are they going to go into melee? It looks like they are. They're getting their swords out. I'd be careful with that going into melee, especially when you have ammo left. Just let them engage these violent guards here. Use all your ammo first, because that's why you brought them as an arch unit. Really, you should bring Galadriel Bow Warriors. Twilight Guard aren't really that great. They are great melee units, which might be why he brought them, because they're a great hybrid unit, but they're not actually like the best archers available to Lothlorien. That is, in fact, the Galadriel Bow Warriors. At least I've been told. I kind of believe it. Like, a bang for your buck. Yeah, this line of Dalian troops is getting thinner and thinner. Yeah, the polearms aren't being replaced with anything else, and neither are the watchbow sentries here. It looks like we're going to see a withdrawal. We've got Bardings here again, relying on those, like, sort of, I'd say, elite archers, so they can, like, use them, like, dual purpose, both as range units and as melee units. Wooden Realm holding for now. Haven't really seen a lot of Lothlorien and Gondor at the moment. Seems like they're maybe saving their armies for later. Gondor we've seen a little bit of. Lothlorien, again, minimal. They've been fighting a little bit on the wall. Yeah, the half-orc spears, they're going to do their bit. I mean, Gondor's contributed some archers to the wall to help fight over here, and it looks like okay, this is where Gondor all is. He has the biggest stack of infantry I've ever seen. What is going on here? Well, if you were unsure whether Gondor was going to hold this choke point, he is certainly. I'd say that this is not a good play by Gondor. He's got like 6 units of infantry here holding this one gate. A lot of units have holding one gate, which at the end of the day, they might not come through the gate, my Isengard. Right now, they're doing a good job of coming over the wall, and they're going through the breach point. I mean, Isengard, I've been really impressed so far with how well they've been stretching their opponents, especially since it's not the easiest settlement in the world to attack. There is just pretty much 2 flat walls. You can't attack this lower palisade wall over here. But yeah, they've done a really good job so far. You can see the breakthroughs continue. Berserk is going in. Wyand Storm is going in. Looks like they're going to shatter through those watchbow sentries. And we've got Galadriel Sword Warriors coming forward. A lot of Pelargonian Marines now being shifted by Gondor as well to the other side. So I'm quite glad to see that Gondor is, taking responsibility for the other flank as well. But if you do a better job, I think, of holding this, 5 units are not needed to tie down that whole area. I mean, 6 really, if you count the one that's just running the wall.
Our allies are running.
It's going to be a good old grind fest in this choke point here. Might need to see some shock infantry going or something like that. Maybe just something to counter the forest spears. Shock counter spears very, very well, if you don't know. If you know, well, good for you. I feel like I've always got to commentate like no one knows anything, really, to be honest. Just in case there is new people that are watching that have literally no clue what Dawnless Days is. And if you don't, it's a Lord of the Rings mod for Attila Total War, which is a start. You can download it on Nexus Mods. And yeah, it's a nice, easy install. And how to install as well, if you don't know. This is not early access, which is actually something that people have been saying more and more. Like, how have you got access to this this mod? Is it early access? I'm like, nah, this mod's been out like best part of 10 years. As long as my channel's been going, pretty much, I have been covering Dawnless Days, or the other name is what it cannot be called anymore, because people will get upset. They'll start smacking the devs, which is a crazy time for the mod.
The tower has been destroyed. This bodes well.
His Violent Guard is again also thinning out. Dale's going to need reinforcements from someone. Looks like Gondor is the answer. We're going to have a Violent Watchman behind, and then Gondor's providing Pelargir Marines, which I think are going to be jabbing soon. I don't know why we're seeing King Brand use fire ammo. I don't think any of these units are close to breaking, which is kind of what fire ammo is going to do. Yeah, -6 morale. Just not doing a lot else, to be honest. Yeah, Isengard breaking through nicely here against Dale, doing a really good job. There you go, the Jabbies have gone off. I think they did some damage to these Berserkers. The Berserkers, oh, I was going to say, they got a counter charge there, the Pelargir Marines. Denied the Berserkers a charge could have been better. But they'll fight to the last man, Berserkers, kind of in the name. They go Berserk and they just don't stop fighting. Morale is just a word to them, it's not even a concept. The Pike's going in. Yeah, I mean, this Berserk I wasn't expecting to do great work. It's been jabbied, and it's also now getting piked to death. So it's unfortunate. They're going to need to send reinforcements forward, but Isengard should have reinforcements send in. Yeah, plenty more pikes and shock, and a bit of swordage as well. Actually, a lot of swordage still to go in over here. Good to see. Lots of stormers. I think these might have been quite high funds, because I've not seen a single Uruk Hai infantry, but a lot of stormers, which also aren't capped. Yeah, there's Elven line, as you can see here, pretty much gone. I'm going to see more go in. Oh, well, actually, it might be because they've cycled in and out. That might be why they're nearly gone. They actually haven't all died. Got fallen back. And we've got a... oh, the gate's been captured over here. This is kind of huge. The unloading light horse have died there. It looks like fighting forest riders. We've also now got gate wardens going to support. But yeah, the wargs are in here now. They're trying to help break through. But yeah, there's a nice sneaky little move here by Isengard. He got his infantry along the wall, and then he captured the gates, and then he's rushed in cavalry. I've got Hall Guardians losing here to swords, and I presume also the wargs. They might be doing a lot of damage. That's a huge result if they can do some damage here to some of Within Realms' elites. I would have thought the wargs would have just died going into melee against the Polons. It seems like they're doing okay. Oh, I can hear them dying slowly. It sounds so sad hearing them die. Whelping like a little dog. They also sound like horses. They're now winning. They could have got more reinforcements along here. They could have been a really scary prospect. They have a lot of reserves still over here. So many more White Hand Stormers to come forward. Like I said, I don't think I've seen a single Uruk Hai infantry yet. This Gondorian sword is going to have incredible kills. Killing all these like cheap spears. Like it's now killing all half-orc spears. They've improved since Bow Rabble. And there you go, tower's gone. I think that's going to rout that unit, to be honest. Yeah, half-orc spear's gone because I think it just collapsed and killed like loads of these guys up here. Kind of a waste in the end. The gate assault over here is kind of coming to an end as well. The pole arms of the spears is pretty much impossible to break through. And this assault over here is also nearly over. Forest Riders, having won their fight, have gone around and they're now going to try and just rout these Wildstormers nice and quickly.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
There you go, the Wildstormers defeated over there. And we've got Gate Wardens able to go into the back here of Wildstormers as well. All the Wargs have been defeated. A little flanky maneuver there hasn't quite pulled off for Isengard, who is still in the lead when it comes to manpower and also balance of power. 6,700 against 4,400. Look at this polearm line. We've got Heroes of Ammon Lank and then polearms. That is going to be god tier defense to try and hold that. Well, even try and push it will be impossible. It's a really, really tough assault. The Pikes are down over here, but Isengard's not tempted to send his own forward. Not just yet. I mean, these Violent Watchmen aren't that great. I think you'd been better off bringing more Lake Town Guard. Yeah, I mean, like, Pikes have a longer range, but they do a lot less melee attack and I think a lot less melee defense as well. Or maybe they have quite high melee defense and just like terrible melee attack and weapon damage. I think that's it. Or like a halberd is like, well, it's not the case. It's kind of like, oh, you can just have like, oh, you have like one. And yeah, I don't really know where I was going with that. I lost my train of thought watching these Wildstormers just get massacred. But another Pike and polearm, sorry, another polearm and spear defense there. Gondor's finally over here having support this choke point with 2 fresh sword units. Not yet in the fight. It's getting warmed up. There you go, the half-orc spears, they're going to win this fight. It's really down to 41 men and they've been broken. That's kind of insane. Still over here, looks like again, another unit just dropping off the tower here. Not really the best strategy in the world. Forest Riders here, charging in, cycling. They should kill plenty of these Uruks. Another tower fallen. I didn't think there was any more to fall, but apparently so. They captured that one over there. Cool. Still on this line here. Galactic Spear Warriors, yeah, doing a bit. Pikes are now losing. They're fighting other Pikes. We've got a proper Pike off. Just need some shooting, and it'll be Middle-earth, Pike, and shot. But I feel like, yeah, I was going to say, Isengard's Pikes didn't feel like they were in the fight properly, and he's actually falling them back. I haven't done that. That's kind of encouraging missile fire. I don't think it would have stopped them anyway. There are now Twilight Guard over here. I think they are going to shoot the Pikes. I can just get them back into the fight. Make as awkward an angle as possible for the defender. You see, we've got a bit of a standoff. We've got Wildstormers waiting. Maybe charging. There's a lot of polearms in this defense. I mean, you could charge over here where there's no pole arms. Charge the Javies. Then in like a really cheap unit. Like, this would be a perfect unit. This is 18-man Wyand Stormer. Send that forward. Activate all the Javies. And even if you don't activate all the Javies, you go into melee. And then you bring up the healthy units. And then the Javies never get used. The Pelga Marines come then redundant. There you go, they're through. The pikes and the swords are through. They're going to face another pole arm, though. And yeah, kind of stopped in their track. How many pole arms do they have to the Wooden Realm? Okay, oh no, just the two. They've just shifted that one across. I was generally thinking they had another one. These pikes are getting focused down, looks like, by Twilight Guard. It looks like Lothlorian's starting to take a deep interest in this flank here. And they're concerned about the progress that Saruman and his Uruks are making. But yeah, the pole arms here should beat the pikes. A, they're healthier. B, they're elves. And C, pole arms are better than pikes. Yeah, edging closer and closer. What's the numbers? 57,000 against 4,000. Definitely doable with 2 elves as well. That's something you got to take into account numbers-wise. The Wooden Realm, though, has used a lot of his infantry up. But we haven't seen anything super elite. I mean, we've seen the whole Guardians of the Gate Wardens, but I mean, like, other infantry. Maybe they haven't brought any. Maybe it is just all forest spears and axes. I think it is, you know. So he's gone for like a mass build rather than an elite build. Interesting. Isengard flanking again, using those walls to encircle units here. Really good map knowledge there. You see here these Windstormers just flanking, landing on the wall, flanking. We've even got, who have we got in here? Ugluk's in here. We've got one of the generals already committed. Kind of dedication. I mean, they could bring up their archers here, and they could try and have an archer duel. There's pole arms you could shoot. We're going to see Bow Rabble come forward. Doesn't look like any successes are going to be made here, though. The spears are winning. Sorry, are losing against Windstormers. And these Windstormers are losing to pole arms. Yeah, Gondor's seeing a few cracks in his own defense, but nothing too major just yet. We've still got a very healthy cav unit. Forest Riders back there, lying in wait. So any breakthrough, they will smother. So they have got plans set up here due to defenders, which I like. I'm a big fan. Looks like Gondor should win that fight. We're going to need reinforcements up here soon. Our Isengard still got plenty to send in. Still waiting on an Ugluk to be sent in. Yeah, here goes some Windstormers. I've seen some action. Sending forward a Windstormer here. I mean, you can send the half-orc spears as well into the Javies. I mean, anything just not healthy Windstormers into those Peligers. Here we go. Charge from the Windstormers. This polearm here is getting attrition down. I think what this attack might be the death of it. Got another good charge. It will not again set up properly. I think that wasn't too bad. They should definitely get some kills there. That's the Uruks, then. It's not elves. Elves are, you know, God, yeah, they can push back. Twilight Guard, oh, not even out of ammo being sent in. like, you literally have units out of ammo here. Just send the Bardings in first. No one has supply barrels, I've realized as well. Kind of crazy. It's kind of a bad move there by the defenders. Well, they might have been killed off by the attackers, which is also very viable. I've just not noticed. I do hope you guys like Isengard, because we are seeing a lot of it here today. Oh, that poor Gate Warden. Oh, poor Guardian there getting tossed over. That's a brutal move there. Yeah, he's gotten all really holding this line now. I'm surprised they are going to persist to hold this breach point, to be honest. I don't think it's not really giving them many tactical advantages. If anything, I feel like the attackers here, with their archers, can give better advantages with their range. I think there's some points where you've got to realise that you've got to fall back. And I don't think the defenders have realised that yet. I certainly think they're getting towards that stage. 3,500 against 5,200. I feel like that gap's not closed at all, really, now. We are seeing a bit of a withdrawal here. Blackroot Vale Archers going back. And we're seeing Forest Spears. Yeah, I think we're seeing a bit of a recall of units. Faramir's being pulled back. A lot of bow generals being brought here today. Haldir, Faramir, King Brand. Bit of a risk, obviously, bringing a bow general because it does have a 0 missile block. It does make it vulnerable, which could risk morale. Let's see. Is Legolas here as well? Don't know what the Wooden Realm General is. No, it's a Gate Warden, I remember. It kind of ruins the theme. They could have had Legolas. Had like 4 bow generals. There you go, they're going to hold the front line a little longer with all these archers being thrown in here. This, I mean, anywhere there's a polearm, it just locks down that choke point. I'm surprised we haven't seen anything like a crossbow coming up now, because a crossbow would probably be the answer to try and pierce through these Heroes of Ammon Lank's armor, and then also hit the Galadriel Spear Warriors. But yeah, no such sign of the one crossbow being sent forward yet, or even pikes. I mean, I don't know if I'd shoot the pikes, but they are an option. Really knock. What are these guys doing? What are you doing, guys? You just sat over there, just chilling. Still holding at these choke points here. Like I said, I feel like this benefits... Or is it them shooting? I think it's actually the Wooden Realm shooting. I was say it benefits Isengard to have this angle, because they could just set up their archers here and then just backshot into everything. I mean, obviously, Elves of the Wooden Realm are going to have something to say about that. But it's not a great choke point to try and keep holding. Looking for them, the attackers haven't been that brutal yet. And felt that, or maybe felt that they had archer superiority to do that. Again, Isengard rushes through the gate. Berserkers and White Stormers leading the way. I like how the oil is constantly dropping, but it's not actually dropping as well, because, yeah, oil doesn't work in Dawnless Days. I think even that's the case with vanilla maps, by the looks of it. That's good. A good little feature. King Brand's been in action, supporting his archers that are on the front line. I don't know why there's Twilight Guards still in there. That's poor Micro. This fighting has not got fit, has never been fiercer. I mean, there's a lot of rangers and, like I said, good like bow units in here. It's not going to be an easy pushover. The Black Veil Archer is easily the worst archer in there. But like, yeah, Twilight Guard, Barding, good hybrid units. And I love the Barding look. It looks sick with their red capes. They're gonna hold on. They're gonna fight, struggle on this choke point for a little longer. Still no action over here. It's a big old standoff still taking place here. There's a lot of Uruk units that are kind of being just drawn. Just keep an eye on that. It looks like why are they firing fire ammo still? Like the bow rattle. They're trying to break things. I mean, okay, cool, but I just use normal ammo. Especially if you're like shooting these Gladrium Spear Warriors. What are they shooting? Are they trying to shoot the Twilight Guard? I have no idea. You can hit a barn door if they even tried. Yeah, looks like they're trying to shoot the Twilight Guard or something. Which you're not going to break these guys with fire ammo, so I don't know what they're trying to do. It's a lost cause. I don't know. Oh, you definitely can pull through. Well, you could pull through. You'd get called a cheat, and I would say it myself. I was thinking, could you sneak through here where the columns is, but I don't think you can. I also don't think pathfinding allows it. But yeah, that was an option I was thinking for the attackers there. The attackers are running out of options. They're kind of running out of Uruks as well in this flank here. We've not got a lot left. I'm seeing one healthy White Stormer, a couple of Pikes, one Shock, and the Generals, obviously. The gate fight continues. This like solid stack of spears, pole arms, and more spears has not been broken or shattered yet. Nearly. One of the spears is nearly gone. But that's been there since minute 1. One way to protect your pole arms, you put multiple spears in them. Yeah, the choke point fight continues. And the full arm line is going to hold for a little while there. Yeah. All Guardians 20 to the hold to the last minute. It looks like Wooden Realm is going to die here. He's just like, you know what? We're holding this choke point, and that is all we're holding. Kind of say with Gondor. Both Gondor and Wooden Realm are like, yeah, this is it. This is the line we're holding. Well, I was going to say their teammates otherwise, Sylvan Archer today, looks like they are quite happy to retreat. Certainly Lothlorien. I mean, even Gondor's got his general back there. But yeah, look at this. They pushed on of Isengard a little bit here. Pike's pushing forward. They're going to scare off the Forest Riders. And they could potentially link up with the other army here. Hopefully, oh, they've landed on these towers there. I was wondering how they'd managed this. And they've actually just flanked around. And with a barricade here as well that the defenders put down. Kind of stops them from actually hitting these Pikes in the back and being a bit more of a pain. Looks like they're just going to use ammo to take them out. If all the units, you know, try and do a little spec ops mission, you send berserkers. There you go. Looks like the Pikes have been dealt with. Those are just nice rear shots there on the other one. Well, I probably imagine will just get disbanded by me, but if not, just kill it. The Berserkers once again rushing on forward. They've been a bit of an MVP in this game. Initiating the pushes. Choke point holds. Not really anything really to commentate on now. Oh, they've actually made an offensive here. I think Marines went in. Okay. I think that's a mistake there by Gondor. I feel like Gondor probably should have just stood his ground. Oh, he's still got his Pelican Marine here. Yeah, so he's pushed here. Still odd. Still odd move to push against superior forces. And over here, Gondor is about to run out of men, but we've got the Forest Spears and the Generals still to go in. Battling on here against elves. They desperately want that elven flesh, and the elves desperately don't want to get turned into orcs or an orc meal. See, like the lightly armored elven archers in there. They're probably still decent in melee though. I don't know what the stats are. So far, this assault by Saruman to take all of Middle Earth. One big siege battle. It's going okay. It's going okay. I wouldn't say it's gone perfect to plan. Some numbers. 3,800 against 2,400. Maybe. Maybe the defenders can do it. Not with offensives like that that Pelican Marine just did. That initiated assault there. Not good. Lost a lot of troops in that. Got Uruk Hai archers and bow rival up here. Yeah, they're in the mix playing. Settlement's on fire. Okay, I guess maybe some fire arrows do some damage somewhere. Fighting around these Roman columns from a civilization they don't even know. Fighting continues, beautiful. Twilight Guards just look glorious. I still haven't got them out of battle, and they have some ammo left. Oh yeah, this settlement is starting to burn quite seriously. Oh no! Oh, the crossbows are up. They set them up here, which is not a bad spot. How to just put them right at the put them down here? They are shooting the heroes of Amon Lank. Great see, shooting the Gladrium Spearers. I think is what they're trying to get. I think if you just charge in some berserkers, you kill these guys off slowly but surely. And the pikes. Would also slowly attrition them down. I think this is the direction to push, though. Nothing over here really can hold you back. Pelican Marines, we're going to have Hal on the front line soon with a lot of ammo. Yeah, just smash through the Pelican Marines.
General is dead.
Enemy General is dead. Brand is dead. No, the Dalian King is dead. He's held for a long time with his bardings in that front line, though. I'm going to see Hal go into melee with full ammo. Whether it's because it might be because he's already got 4 bow units, so he didn't want to use the ammo on this one just not to break the rules. Might be the case. they're doing okay. Actually, the Pelican Marines are holding for now. They won't eventually, I would have thought. These White Storms will slowly turn the screw there. They can send in some reserves, to be honest, send in Berserkers in that direction. I mean, you can get the Wargs up, potentially, try and charge through. I mean, definitely actually get the Wargs to push this sword line. Wargs are not too bad on a charge, to be honest. Got some silver chevroned White Storms in here. It looks like, yeah, actually you can pathfind over these columns. Berserkers are kind of making headway as well. They killed these last few Twilight Guard off. There is a route through. I mean, Brand's already died trying to hold that position. Oh, no. Look at that. That is serious there. Oh, did not see this development take place. So, there's been a sally out. Wooden Realm has sallied out his Forest Riders out of this gate here, which they still hold. And as you can see now, he's threatening the rear lines of Isengard here. Isengard has been forced to charge in his infantry. He's keeping his pikes as a defense to sort of protect his archers. It's going to be messy. So yeah, I can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to do a triangle. He's going to stick all his archers on top of each other. He's not going to be able to use his archers properly. That is a great shame. And we've got a sword unit still fighting here in the gate. That is also not breaking through anytime soon. This flank, it was going well, I felt, and now it's not so well. The other flank, yeah, it definitely is the better of the two, and always has been, always will be. As far as this tier 2 spam by Wooden Realm, it's really pulled off. I have to give it a go myself. I'm kind of feeling it might work. Something against like Isengard. Isengard kind of been said by a lot of players, kind of got weaker recently in recent updates. So it doesn't feel as strong. Well, something like his Uruk Hai infantry aren't like as good for the bang of their buck. I can kind of agree with that. Gondor Sword Infantry obviously defeating those White Stormers. They are the stronger unit, even if they're fighting 2 units there. Like I said, bring up the Wargs. They'll break through there. Look like there's a bit of a breakthrough going on. We even got Wooden Realm now over here, sending over Forest Spears. That's how comfortable he feels on the other flank. His breakthrough is nearly here, nearly complete. There's a thin line of Gondorians and even a couple of Bardings still holding this front line. Keep on fighting, boys. Keep on fighting. What's the 7 damage? 7%? It might get a bit more. I don't know. Crossbows, are they all dead? No, they have moved along the wall to avoid more Elven Archer harassment. And they've done some damage here, but not nearly enough. Even still, 2 days after bonfire night, I'm still hearing fireworks going on. Kind of just odd. At this point, it's just bonfire week. For those of you that are British and know that what bonfire night is, there you go. If you're not from the UK, that honestly might mean nothing to you.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
There you go, the Forest Spear is going in here. Sharp. Good to see those Berserkers being sent in. They should counter those Forest Spears nicely. You got a good charge there as well, actually. Fireman now out of ammo, he's going to get sent in. Aldir is actually slaying these spears here. Like I said, I'm surprised we haven't seen a Pike or anything sent up here. This is the weak point. If they get through there, then they're into the final point of the settlement. And this settlement is still catching fire. It's going to be concerning, actually. If it spreads enough, it will start to do debuffs to morale, melee defense, and melee attack. Cav is now back inside the settlement. Is it all back inside? Certainly one is. I think the other one might have been used. Or failed to be used. Yeah, I'm not sure where the other one went. But it's definitely not on the battlefield anymore. Or is it? Or is it? Oh, it's there. hidden in the forest. I could not see it. Yeah, the other one's still around. The smaller one has gone back. Just give the archers a bit more breathing space to actually use their ammo. But this is, yeah, this is on 10 ducks here. Like, the elves are barely holding on. I would send polearms and spears over from Gondor. Even send the general in. I think that one gate warden could maybe probably help hold. Faramir's help break through here. The warg should be going in now. Like, the Faramir is an easy target to go for. Wargs it in here for some bizarre reason. I mean, it's not a bad spot. Haldir's going to die, though, here. At the hands of Pikes, by the looks of it. The Lothlorian's nearly out of troops. I think his remaining troops are in that sort of central blob with King Bran's bodyguard. And the Twilight Guard. They're not breaking anytime soon. I do think they're going to have got their money out of the Twilight Guard. They've been in melee for quite a while, and they've meleeed well.
Enemy units have rallied and returned to the battle.
So the Uruks keep coming. They keep on coming. And here you go, charged by the wargs. They've got a decent charge. Oh, they got the polearms in. Nice. The wargs actually are suffering pretty badly. That looked like the choke point to break through. Over here, you can see the swords broken. There's still pikes in this front line here. Wargs might try that again. We will see. Bansfire, though, is still shifting slowly but steadily in favor of Isengard here. 2,400 against 1,000. They are bit by bit attrition these guys down, and they have actually got through here as well. Finally, the breakthrough has occurred. It also has helped that they've withdrawn. I think we're going to see a final last stand here around this sort of central settlement point, like a little citadel. Not a lot being recalled over from this flank though, just from the other flank. So we'll see what happens, whether they just make a united stand or whether just a partial stand at that final central cap point. Gondor had infantry break in there, so yeah, slowly but surely they are going. King Bran's finally actually broken. Faramir, don't know where he's going, but he's going somewhere. How did these guys get behind enemy lines? Oh, they've gone around this way, I presume. Heroes of Ammon Lank. Still 23 of them. Still going to do a lot of damage. Pikes are in danger of actually getting encircled. They should just engage. Oh, I was going to say, they should just engage them with the wargs. I think you're going to silence those Heroes of Ammon Lank. Nice. Really nice there from the wargs. Smothering them. Pike's actually going to turn around and advance on them now. But now would be the time for the Forest Riders, if they wanted to. They could go for a rear charge, but they're quite a way off. I don't think they're going to be doing that anytime soon. Here comes the slow advance of Isengard on this flank. And the breakthrough takes place here as well. Also a bit of a withdrawal. Forest Spears pulling back. And there is going to be some sort of, red alert. Let's get back to the final defense. There is just under 900 defenders against 2,300 Uruks. Yeah, the Pikes here. Helping to maul these Heroes of Ammon Lank, which honestly might just die to the last man. 9 of them left. Nope, they're going to waver. Really? I'm surprised they didn't do more damage to these wargs, to be honest. But maybe not in formation. Shield wall, doing them a lot, not helping them a lot. There isn't many ways into the settlement, and Isengard, as you can see, is rushing to try and block them off, to stop them getting to this final cap point. We've got Uruk here. I think he's going to try and engage Twilight Guard, and we've got Faramir here as well. If we can get other units in support, that'd be great. We've got Pikes blocking there to stop. I think they're going to use all their Pikes actually to stop the Forest Riders here from actually being effective. We've got a bow unit on the wall, also pestering that Cav unit. Prince's Coast Guards here, defending with Gate Wardens. And this sword unit here is going to deny the Forest Spears getting back as well. Uruk, I don't think he's going to hold the line here. Faramir and the Twilight Guard look like they're going to just chop their way through this weakened Uruk unit. I can see actually Uruk on the front lines there. They're not pulling through, are they? Looks like they might be. I'd say that looks like a bit of a pull-through taking place there. I'd be careful with that one if I was
Allies
you.
general is dead.
Allied general is dead. That's Uruk gone. I'm pretty sure. Which is not good. Pike's here, getting surrounded by forest riders, and also all those units are just killed off Uruk. They're trying to get that unit back. They need to be careful with these final last few moments, trying to pull through. So, they're pulling out. I mean, and through to try and save that Pike unit there. He's going to try and get his Pikes down now. Yeah, I'd say that definitely was a bit of a pull through there. Here you go, the Wargs again released. Briefly killing off heroes of Amonlank, and then they go into more elite Lothlorien troops. Lothlorien, even though he's lost his general, is actually still quite a lot of skin in the game here. This is looking like the... Well, actually, no, they got that healthy Gate Warden Spear there. That is going to hold for a little while. I'd say this is the choke point that's most likely to break, with his Gondor Spear infantry are, and then the archers behind. That's kind of where they're going to go, I feel like. Anywhere's going. Heroes of Amonlank, they are losing, granted, but they have a lot of archer support. Also, like I said, they'll fight to the last man. The last elf. Maybe the defenders can go for time. Maybe that's why they're falling back. 40 seconds left. We'll find out. Will the Uruks be victorious, or will the defenders win on time? They have broken through here, but that's because Gondor fell back. He didn't actually break his line here. Interesting move. Let's try and flank the Uruks. I'm not sure. Fire arrows are being used. Good idea. Might break the Prince's Coast Guard. They should be shooting into the backs of like the Gondor infantry here. Oh, a lot of wavering going on. A lot of wavering. What numbers are we at? 400 against 2,000. Yeah, I think mass shrouding is starting to take place here. There you go, Sylvan Archers break. Yeah, oh my gosh. What an abrupt like victory there. An Pyrrhic victory for Isengard. It's so close with the defenders to winning that on time, I feel like. But yeah, we'll have a quick look at the end results. I mean, it's a really, really fun siege. It was a pretty well-balanced one, I'd say. I feel like the defenders were unlucky not to do better, to be honest, and be a little bit closer. Because they put up some good stands in a few places. But yeah, this one was sent in by Blue Rock, who was playing as one of the Isengard army. So have a quick look at his kills. You've got Uruk here, 185 kills and still healthy. White Hand Stormers 224, 207, 214, 245. Berserkers getting 124 kills, 153, 152 kills. Pikes not getting huge kills. Archers and crossbows also not doing that great. And Wargs 83 and 80 kills. Then we have Rage O' Fire playing as Isengard as well. 227 kills with one of his Stormers there. 121, 149. But yeah, a lot actually really struggling. 41, 5. That's not great. His Mortal Bow Rabble, yeah, not getting a lot of kills. But absorbing ammo, which is what they're there for. Sappers doing their job, blowing up a wall. But yeah, Wargs and Dunland Horse Archers are not doing that great. Then we have Crackery playing as Isengard as well, obviously. There's the third one, getting 155 kills with the Storms there. 239 kills, 299 kills, 308. Oh, some of his infantry really doing well. And then his Berserkers, 237 kills, 126. But yeah, actually bringing no range, I just realized. So yeah, they got outnumbered with range with Isengard as well. Demon playing as the other... and final Isengard army, 106 kills with Stormers there, 249, 109. So yeah, some of them doing okay. Berserkers 159 kills, a lot of spears brought, not a lot of kills. Yeah, like 51, 52, and then his archers getting 68 kills. It's the best of the bunch. And then we have Spiffington playing as Wooden Realm, really bringing, like I said, that tier 2 spam. Did a really good job. A couple of elites, but not many. 135 kills with the Gate Wardens. Definitely could have got more kills if they weren't breaking at the end there. Forest Axes, 217 kills, 175, 174. And then the Spears, 101 kills. All Guardians, 222. Then his Archers, 175 kills, 161. And the Cav, 246 kills, 151 kills. Not too shabby there. Then we have Emperor Force playing as Gondor. 352 kills with Faramir, and he's still healthy. Insane. I presume most of those are from shooting. rather than melee, but you never know. Pelargonium Marines, 122 kills. Gondor Swords, 361 kills. I think that's maybe farming the rabble. 247 kills, 549. This is definitely the one farming the rabble, that's for sure. Prince's Coast Guards, 232 kills. Citadel Guards, 167 kills. And then the Archers, 183, 179, 231 kills. Good game for Emperor in that one. Then other guy playing as Dale put up a pretty good defense. Yeah, interesting build, but yeah, I mean, I don't know where the money's gone really. In his archers, I guess, which I think he should have just brought cheaper archers and just bought better infantry. Brand getting 177 kills is not bad though. Yeah, but a lot of the shipment just did awful, just fighting on the walls. I think fighting on the walls maybe wasn't the move either. 82 kills with the Violent Guards is not good at all either. These guys should be getting triple figures. And then his archers 180 kills, 140. Yeah, really his archers, the only thing they did well is infantry kind of let him down. Then we have Con playing with a very small but very elite Lothlorien army, and he did pretty well. Twilight Guard, 250 kills pretty much. 252 with his Twilight Guard there, but yeah, all did triple figures. Yeah, it's why Haldir didn't use his ammo, because he brought 4 range in his Twilight Guard. 139 kills with the Spear Warriors, 107 kills with the Ammon Lank. It's actually pretty poor for these guys, and then 159 with the Sword Warriors. Also not too shabby. But there you go, guys. That's the day's Dawnless Days siege battle. If you did enjoy and want to see more glorious Lord of the Rings action, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment show support. It does help out the channel. And do check out the videos appearing on your screen now if you need a bit more Dawnless Days in your life. But until next time, bye for now.